What's up, guys? Happy Easter. ONLYUSemeBLADE, Sunday chill commentary. And I'm not gonna lie, I tried to force it. Sat down, had this idea I was gonna talk about nostalgia and how we think about old stuff. And I was like, you know what? There's done that before. It's getting a little dry. I'll probably talk about nostalgia and reminiscing about the good old days. And I was going to bring up some points like, say, you know, when are we going to get nostalgia about now? You know, like, think about it. Like, you know how we always talk about, oh, the good old days were so much better. And it's like, but 10 years from now is going to be the good old days, you know? What are we going to be nostalgic about now? Because we're always nostalgic about what happened 10 years ago. But what are we going to be nostalgic about now? What are we going to say are the things now that we value? We don't know them yet because we don't have time. Time is the greatest measure because it's not something that we can manipulate, you know? We can manipulate our perception of it. We can't manipulate it, you know? So I was doing a commentary, and I know we don't talk about this, but like some great commentaries are just one take Charlies, and some bad commentaries are ones I did 10 times. But you should hear how bad the first one was. So, and it's all about personal preference. It's all about how I want to present myself on YouTube. So if I don't spam you with videos, it's not because it's just because I, you know, didn't have anything I necessarily thought was worthy. Like a good example of this is, you guys ever seen the movie The Big Lebowski? There's this part where the dude is in the Rich Lebowski's house and he's looking at the stuff on the walls, and they go, this is the you know, this person gets a special award, and we award it once. He's like, we award it yearly. Well, actually not every year, only years we deem fit. I'm probably just butchering that, but but that I always thought that part was funny, where it's just like, you know what, we want to go on a schedule, but fear not, if that schedule doesn't fit, or we think that we're forcing something, then we're not going to do it. Think about that. Think about if there was no good college basketball teams. Like, all the college basketball teams were garbage. Anybody that was halfway decent just went straight to the NBA, right? Let's say everyone in the NBA was killed, and the people that were to go to college to play basketball there just went straight to the NBA. They needed to fill up the rosters. And there was no actual good teams. And there was no stacked teams. There was no highly talented teams. There was no actual good teams. Now, imagine if they played. Now, if you think about, here's a little math trick for you, okay? In any tournament, like the NCAA tournament, if you want to know how many games are going to be in the tournament, it's always -1 of how many teams are in the tournament. So if there's 64 teams in the tournament, and you know they all play and advance the next round and so forth till it's like a pyramid, you're always going to have one less than the actual number of teams. So if there's 64 teams, there's going to be 63 total games. I'll make it real simple for you. Final Four. So how many games are played in the Final Four? 3. A team plays B team. That's 1 game. C team plays D team. That's 2. The winner of those play 1 game. That's your 3rd game. So a little math trick for you. I don't know. I'm more into math. The reason why I like math is because there's rules to math. No matter what, there's rules. There's simple, basic guidelines, and you know, they never waffles. You can look up waffles not in the breakfast sense, but in the sense I'm talking about as far as staying strong. Don't waffle. So it's interesting. That's why I don't do Sunday chill commentaries every Sunday. Sometimes I just want to chill my damn self. Like, I don't even want to go to the computer and do a commentary just because I just don't want to. So I'm losing out on you guys watching it and possibly grasping your heart and just tickling it. So I was just like, you know what? Stop the recording, and I went off and was like, I'm already at the computer, so let's just watch some YouTube videos, see an XCal video, and this commercial came up. Obviously, we have ads on our videos. This commercial came up, And it's really funny, like, there's a lot of times, have you ever had a really good movie, like a really good movie, but you always skipped over it? Like maybe if you've ever had a roommate and you're looking through his movies constantly. You know how we all look at our, like, you could have 1,000 movies in your Blu-ray collection, and you just kind of look at it like, I don't want to watch any of that shit. I got an iPod with 60,000 songs on it, and I go, I don't want to hear none of this shit right now. We always want what we can't have. And sometimes if you've ever had roommates, you'll kind of flick through their movies, and you'll always skip over one, but always kind of intrigued you, right? Now, commercials are a little bit different. Commercials are actually pretty amazing. It's just that they're trying to sell you something, so your brain immediately says, nah, I'm good, shut up. But if you really think about it, a commercial is like a little mini movie, right? And you looking at box covers of Blu-rays and reading it or whatever, little movie. These little trailers are little, like, I like trailers and I like intros and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm looking at it, and it's one of those ones, you know how when you watch an ad on YouTube, right? How it'll play for about 6 seconds, and then it'll have the you can skip ad now feature. What's interesting is a long time those ads are like 2.5, 3 minutes long. There was an ad for like, I forgot what it was. I think it was for a 9/11 documentary, and it was like a 20-minute video. Never watched it. I always just skipped it. I kind of want to go back and watch it if I can. Probably be bored by it, but like someone's gonna be mad saying I'm unpatriotic because I don't want to watch a 9/11 movie. It's just something that I don't have interest in. I'm sorry. So I was going, and there was this there's advertisements in black and white, and immediately black and white is a huge. Now back in the day, like the Alfred Hitchcock days, where black and white was just all they had, right? But now black and white actually signifies a nostalgia time. You know what I mean? I was talking about this with a buddy of mine, talking about some of the great albums or whatever, and some of the great albums, some of the great artists, and some of the great movies. You can't really quite pick the time that it was. You can't really. You might pick the time because you remember hearing it when it was brand new and you could signify it. Like I remember listening to Aquemini by Outkast, and even as a young dude, I was just like, this album's filthy. And I just remember seeing like the older kids driving in their cars, and then hearing that music just pour out of it, you know. Anyway, so I saw this ad. I'm not paid by them. But it was about inspiration. And it was about this thing called Spartan Race. That's what the whole thing was about, but they don't say it till the very, very end. But they were using Muhammad Ali quotes, and they were using Rocky quotes. And Muhammad Ali talked like a pimp. Like, I don't know what it is, man, but like, I'm not a pimp in the actual sense of like putting women on the street and having them fuck dudes and bring me money in exchange for my protection. It's not me, you know. But some of the things that pimps say crack me up. Like they have to be charismatic, you know what I mean? And so some of the things that like actual real pimps say crack me the fuck up, and they're dead serious about it, and that makes it even more funny. But Muhammad Ali kind of talked like a pimp. Like the things that he would say it so fast, but the things that he was saying would be like, it would come at you, and you'd be thinking about what he's saying, and then as he keeps on saying some other shit, your brain's like, whoa, you're too filthy for me, bro. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of people misuse that. I think that a lot of people will just play mind games with people and just talk them out of real class, and they'll drop some bombs on them, and then they'll continue talking. And it's just like, whoa, buddy, that's too dense. Like, it's too like Life and Times of Tim's. I might have talked about this before, but it's so dense. You ever talk to someone and after you're done talking to them, you're tired? Like, or they're just like, you know, ever talk to a lawyer? Because like, if you ever talk to a lawyer and they're coming at you, they treat conversations like a battle. And so what I mean by that is that when they treat these conversations like they're just coming at you, and the whole point of it is to out-argue them. That's why I don't, like, I got a couple of friends I went to school with that became lawyers. And I'm like, you're just a good arguer. You're really good at arguing. You're good at the sport of arguing. The point makes no difference. Like, when I was in school, there was debate. And what I learned about from debate... This is why I remember I was talking earlier about how I hate math or whatever. What I learned about debate was it doesn't matter the point you're trying to make. It's how you make your point. And I'm like, well, that's dumb. To me, I was just like, that's stupid. You know? Like, what's the fucking point of that? So you say that you rip babies' heads off and put them on sticks and I don't know. I was just trying to think of the most ridiculous, obviously thing. I like to go to my house and just set sofas on fire because I like to make a point. Now, so you're saying that if I was the better arguer than the non-sofa setter on fire guy, that I should win that argument? No, the point should win the argument, not how good you are at arguing about it. You ever have someone just argue ear off and you're just like, whatever, dude. Yep. I guess so. I guess I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Or have you ever admitted to doing something that you know you didn't do just to get someone off your back? Like, what's the point of arguing? I don't know. But I watched this inspirational thing, man, and it's just like, there's lots of things that have been coming around that just go, you know what? This kind of is inspiring me to kind of make a change. Like, I'm talking about making a change, but I haven't. So a lot of times you have to have these real inspiring things, or people inspire you or whatever, in order for you to kind of snap out of just the everyday routine. Let's make a new routine, you know? So I have no idea how long this is going. One thing I have been doing lately, guys, is like with my Sunday Chill commentaries, I've been trying not to watch the gameplay. Literally what I did here is I just hit record. And I have no idea how long this is going to be. Probably going to end up putting some Gotham City Imposters on there. I don't know, guys. Like, I've been getting nostalgic, but I've also been thinking about the nostalgia of right now. Like, what in the future, what am I going to be thinking about this? Like, I don't know. Like, what's really interesting is, like, every single time I've bought a Cadillac before, I've bought 3 Cadillacs in my life. And every single time I've bought one, they've always been 12 years old, and they've always been a version of a Sedan DeVille. My Fleetwood technically is a Sedan DeVille, but I don't want to talk about cars right now. Maintenance for me on a car is putting gas in it. I've actually thought about that. Like, I asked someone, I was just like, who would you want if you could have 5... like, I actually asked a girl, so I was like, if you could have 5 boyfriends, and all those boyfriends had different jobs, right? What would you want those jobs to be so that you could take advantage of them having the jobs? I forgot what she was saying. She said that she wanted a tattoo person, she wanted a bartender person, and she wanted, I forgot what, I wasn't listening. I didn't really give a shit what she thought. But for me, I've kind of thought about this, and I was like, I'd want an amusement park girl, just because I think it'd be fun as hell to go to an amusement park when it's closed. Like, the rides are still available, but it's closed. And so I'm the only person in the amusement park. I think that'd be pretty cool. And then I'd want a bartender chick for the drinks. I'd want a mechanic chick, but most mechanic chicks aren't really that hot, and then they're greasy. Not like greasy hair, but, you know, their hands are all greasy and shit. And I don't know. I just think getting a hand job from a mechanic chick would be just death. And a candle girl, a girl that makes sense. Like, not sense like you're smart. I mean, like, sense like I want to have like nice scents all the time. like candles and shit like that. There's some other things I wanted to, like I want. Like, have you ever thought about that? Have you ever had, like, if I could have like a plethora of girlfriends or plethora of boyfriends if you're female, or I don't know, a plethora of other people that you date, that you literally date them because they have a hookup. Like, I used to work at Best Buy, and I remember the discounts that we used to get at Best Buy, which were lovely. And I've been thinking about just getting suited and booted and going to Best Buy, and just talking to some people, trying to hit on girls at the Best Buy, trying to get someone in the blue, just so I can get discounts on like electronics. So I miss that part of it. Yeah, so I think I date a Best Buy chick. I would date a mechanic. I would date car wash. Definitely need to date a car wash person. I will pretend to be gay to date someone at the car wash, because I think it'd be nice to just imagine having you pull in every single day, get your car washed, and bounce out. I think that'd be awesome. And the next place I move to is gonna be my own home. And one thing I do miss is the ability to like go out on a Sunday and wash my car. I think that's an awesome feeling. But my current place doesn't allow that. I don't know. I'm rambling. But I'm going to stop this. I have no long how this has been. Guys, it's been fun. Sun and Show commentary by ONLYUSEmeBLADE. Peace and butt grease. I'm out of here.